I want a real simple recipe. I'm going to make a banana cake. And then I'm going to attempt to make chocolate peanut butter fudge frosting. What I'm going to need is 2 eggs, and I always use my storage, so I'm going to use egg powder. I need sugar, white flour, salt, baking soda. I need a cup of buttermilk, and what this is fresh milk with a tablespoon of vinegar. I'm going to need 1 stick of butter. I need vanilla, so I'm using my own homemade Mexican vanilla. I need a cup of bananas mashed. These are all frozen bananas. I have baking powder and nutmeg, and that's going to make my cake. And I'm going to be able to make a 9 by 13 inch cake. What we're going to do is take our butter, and we're going to put that in a bowl here. Going to beat that up. We're going to get our sugar. Let me see. I want 1½ cups of sugar. 1. Here's a half cups of sugar. And now I'm going to beat this up. I'm going to show you how I make the egg powder. This, for each large egg, it's 2½ tablespoons. I need 2 eggs, so I'm going to use 5 tablespoons. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. And then I'm going to use equal amounts of water. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I've been told that you can incorporate all this just right into the batter. So I think that's what I'm going to do this time, because I like to try new things. So let's just put this right in there. There you go. Oh, that's yummy, yummy. There you go with God's utensil. I'm always with the fingers. Good, I wash them, isn't it? So what else I'm going to put in there? I'm going to put in my cup of bananas. I know most people cream everything. I understand that. But I'm not going to. So the only thing I'm going to hold off on, I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of my very fancy vanilla. Alright. What you do have to keep tabs on now is what did you put in there and what didn't you. Now I'm going to stir this all up. And we'll get it nice and nice fluffy. Alright, you know how I am. I just like to do 1 bowl. So I'm going to whip this till it gets nice and fluffy. Be right back. I don't know if you could see this or not, but do you see how there's a little bit of curd sort of in here? That's because I had to put a tablespoon of vinegar in my milk. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pour this in this mix now. Just going to go ahead. And I guess I let the vinegar and it was whole milk, sit for a while. So what I'm doing is I'm putting in all my wet ingredients, and then I'll go ahead and put in all my dry ingredients. If I'm in a SHTF situation, I'm going to be working from 1 bowl, girls, because I'm not going to be lugging the water to wash everything. Yes, I always think the worst, and I always hope for the best. It's a prepper way. Prepare for the worst, hope for the best. So can you imagine, no matter what hits us, if I know how to cook out of 1 bowl, holy cow, I'll be doing pretty good. Scrape down the sides every once in a while, and just keep mixing it up. One of these days, I'm going to have one of them fancy stand mixers. And no, I don't want anybody sending me one. I can get one if I want one. I'm just, I should call myself Debbie Cheap Cheap. Like, I think there's Grandma Cheap Cheap. I love that lady. She's really great. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in 2 cups of flour. Alright, here's 1. I know some people, why aren't you sifting that? Oh my God! Well, I'm not. Shut up. It's not a big deal. Okay. Again, I say this a million times over. Nobody ever died of my cooking yet. Now I need a teaspoon. Alright. Let's see, what do I need a teaspoon of here? I need a teaspoon of baking soda. There we go. I need a teaspoon of baking powder. There we go. It'll all get in there. I'll go with a half a teaspoon of salt. I'm going to do half a teaspoon of salt. There you go. And a half teaspoon of nutmeg. There you go. And we'll mix that all in. Oh, be nice. Make sure you don't have the oxygen absorber in it. This is going to make a wonderful, wonderful cake. And it's a light cake. It's not one of those ultra sugary ones. This is a nice light cake. Now, people, you saw that I did not blend that separately. And look how beautiful that cake mix has come out. It's delicious. It is scrumptious. So, if you want to take your time and do 15, 20 bowls at a time, even 3 or 4, go ahead. I do it with 1 bowl, and I've never lost a cake yet. Alright, I'll be right back. Now today I'm just going to simplify, and I'm going to use a spray, and then I'll put a little bit of flour in it, and I'll coat the pan, and then we're going to put the batter in it. Just so you see what I'm doing, I'm going to take just a little bit of flour, not a whole lot, that's it, and then I'm going to shake it. Now I'm going to go over the garbage can right now until I prepare this. I'm going to take that cake batter, turn it upside down, and I'm going to put it in my 9 by 13 inch pan. You know what? Except in the spring, you know, in the summer when the chickens are really, really laying, I have grown to love this powdered milk. I mean, powdered eggs. Oh, I swear, the older I get, the dingier I get. I'll say the craziest stuff. But yet, I'm very lucky. I have a lot of followers who still like me. That's nice. Thank you, friends. So, we'll spread that in the pan. I've already preheated my oven to 350. This is just such a good recipe. You're really going to like this. And Ted's going to love it because he loves peanut butter and chocolate. I'm not a big peanut butter lover, but I mean, I like peanut butter on a sandwich with my homemade jam or something, but no. But this is for him. I'm going to give him 1 piece, and then the rest I'm taking to my kids at school. You know how that is. Now, this is how I cheat a little bit. I buy a big container that has about 2 cups, okay, of chocolate frosting. Sometimes I make my own, but I'm just really in a rush today. I'll take about 2 teaspoons of whole milk, put it in there, and then I'm going to scoop out some peanut butter. I'm just going to, it doesn't matter. You can have crunchy, you can have smooth. I'm going to put that in there. See how that is? This is very fast, very simple. Now before, I really put a lot of frosting and stuff away in my prep, so I'm using them up because I realize now in a true prepper situation, I'm probably going to make everything from scratch. And I have peanut butter powder that is just fabulous, but I'm not going to open up a whole nother can just for a little bit of peanut butter to show one demonstration. So I had about, I'd say about 3/4 of a cup of my peanut butter left. And then I just whipped this all up. And this is so good. And like I said, you could do it with your own homemade frosting. Of course it's going to be delicious. You could use more peanut butter if you want to. This just has a wonderful flavor. It's not overpowering. You taste both the chocolate and the peanut butter. Very good. Oh yeah. And anyway, that's my secret formula. Isn't that beautiful? It was in actually 35 minutes, and it's totally done. I did the toothpick test on it. This smells heavenly. Oh, this is going to be wonderful. All right, so we're going to go ahead. This has been totally cool. It's totally cool. I had turned it upside down on the rack because if it's hot, everything gets sucked into the cake. A lot of new people who make cakes don't know that. All the veterans do. And how do we know that? Because most of us learned that the hard way. I remember when I was about 14 years old, I decided to make a cake, and I just couldn't wait for it to get frosted. And my mom had all these box frostings, and I must have made 10 of them. I remember they just kept soaking into the cake. And it was those little cheap Jiffy boxes, but still. But I heard something today, and it was cute. I probably will never get ultra thin, and I'll tell you why. I heard somebody say, would you trust a bald hairdresser? I said, well, I don't know. And they said, well, I'll tell you this, Deb. I would never trust a skinny cook. All right, I got Ted to come in. I didn't need to convince him too much. He seemed to be real happy to come in. But he was working outside. It's always something, ain't it, Ted?
Yep. Yep.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. Yep. I think we got a wiener here. Look at that. You can see bananas in that. Can you smell it?
Yeah,
That's good smell-o-vision. No, the people on YouTube. Okay, Dad, you're on film.
Oh, that's good.
Is it?
Yeah, the frosting is good too.
What do you taste? What
Peanut
kind?
butter,
Ah, and what else?
banana, and chocolate.
Ah, okay. So would you say it's a winner?
Oh, definitely.
Okie doke. Say bye.
Bye-bye.